Hi, Gareth. You're in touching distance of qualification. Now, I know you'll take absolutely nothing for granted, and you never have, but a draw is enough for England tomorrow night. That gives you a huge motivation in what is a massive game anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. Ultimately, the first objective is always to qualify for the tournaments, and our performances earlier in the group have put us in a really strong position. So, although the first thing we want to do is win the game, play well, win the game, but we know if it's the 87th minute and we're level, then we don't need to lob the goalkeeper into the box at the end of the game.
On a slightly more difficult note, I need to ask you about Jordan Henderson and what happened to him at Wembley on Friday night. He came out and spoke to the papers to give him some huge credit, and he said he's going to continue to play for his country as long as he can. If the boos continue, though, can you continue to select him?
Yes, 100%. I'll always pick the players that I think are the best players to represent the team, that give us the best chance of winning, unless there's something that I feel is not appropriate. In this instance, people may disagree with Jordan's stance or decision, given the stance he's taken in the past to support the LGBT community. But I don't think that's a reason to not select him, and I don't actually think that's a reason to boo him. So we would like all the fans behind us. We're a stronger team if the supporters are with us and wholeheartedly supporting the team. That's the connection we've had over a long period of time now. We'll assess Jordan like every other player, but if I just select on popularity contest, then our team would look very, very different.
It's a difficult one for you, though, isn't it? Because you've had to defend a couple of senior players in recent times. I remember how upset you were up at Hampden Park when Harry Maguire was barracked by the Scotland supporters. So while you're having to defend these very experienced players, does it make you more determined than ever to kind of keep selecting them and supporting them specifically?
Well, I will always assess how people are playing and assess what's our strongest team and our strongest squad. So it wouldn't be fair to say I'm going to support the players and select them regardless of what they're capable of if better younger players come through. But I am also going to defend our players, our team, because we need that unity, we need that strength. And the two players you're talking about have performed again and again and again in massive games for us. And their quality, their experience, the unmeasurable factors that we have as a group because of that team spirit and that togetherness that have brought us good results and important big results. I think their sort of characters are a big part of the reason we've had those big nights.
Carl, if I can ask you about the same sort of subject, if that's okay. I mean, you know Jordan Henderson so well. He made his debut, I think, a year before you. You've played in this England team together for more than a decade.
Yep.
What did you make of it when you were there at Wembley on Friday night?
It's not nice to hear. I've known Jordan since probably the age of 9 when we was playing against Sheffield United v Sunderland. So to see what he's done for the country for so many years, and what he does for around the team as well, as we know him, you know, it's a family in there, and we spend, as we have done, a week together in a hotel, you know, and he's a big part of the togetherness and keeping the group, you know, together and making sure that everyone feels welcome when, you know, new players come in or people step in. So to hear that, it's not nice to hear, but people are entitled to their opinions. But, you know, I fully, you know, back Jordan, and